No change in Niagara West. Voters in Grimsby, Lincoln, West Lincoln, Waynflete, and Pelham have given Dean Allison an 8th mandate.
You never ever take anything for granted. We worked hard. Our Liberal candidate worked hard as well, Jennifer, and so we didn't have much of a showing from the NDP, so it made the race a whole lot tighter. But it's really nice after you run a campaign for 5 weeks to finally have it all over with.
Over 50% of the votes in the riding went to Allison. However, his party will remain in opposition, with the Liberals securing another minority government.
Canadians have opted for a razor-thin minority government, a virtual tie in the vote count. So I would like to congratulate Prime Minister Carney on leading this minority government.
I think we need to continue to work on the holding this government to account around the affordability issue. We had the Prime Minister pause the carbon tax. The only way that we can remove a carbon tax is through legislation. So we'll work hard to make sure we get that legislation passed so we can remove the carbon tax permanently.
What did you hear at the door?
Cost of living continues to be an issue in terms of people being able to afford to buy a new home. I talked to a lady today at lunch. She talked to me about working 3 jobs, working 80 hours a week. And she said, listen, I'm voting Conservative this time because I don't know if I'll ever be able to save enough money to have a house. And so I really believe that you guys could help with affordability. So I continue to hear all the time that affordability is an issue.
I know the polls were suggesting after the Trudeau resignation, they kind of went the other way for the Conservatives. What were the conversations like when that happened?
Well, I think the concern was really around what was going on with the NDP. We've increased our total by a significant amount. I don't know what the final numbers are going to be, but I know we were, at times with the polls, we were around 39%. I don't know where we are tonight because things keep changing. We'll wait till the numbers come out. But the real concern was about the NDP not being able to perform, doing poorly, and as a result, where was that vote going to go? So that's made a lot of races very close, but you also see that it's also given us an opportunity to pick up a bunch of seats as well. I've been talking about a Liberal minority for a couple of weeks. This has been my prediction. So this is not a bad result, guys. This is not a bad result at all. The NDP have cratered. They probably will not even have official party status, which means that we're going to have an opportunity to hold this government to account, because the NDP certainly did not hold the Liberal government to account. Every time you have a race, I never take the opposition for granted. I knew it was going to be a tough race. I knew that the NDP vote was no longer there, that it was going to be up for grabs. And so, quite frankly, at the end of the day, you never take your opposition for granted. I never would, and you always have to work hard.
In Grimsby, for The Source, I'm Anthony Luongo.